guys, welcome to another episode of Jimmy Classy's Game Talk, and today I'm going to be doing the Q&A answers, so let's just jump right in here. This might be a two-parter, I'm not quite sure yet, we'll find out. First one is by N64 Player 9, and his question is, what Genesis games do you recommend the most? I recently found one and have been looking for some games for it, and what are your must-have Genesis games? Well, the must-haves are obviously the Sonics, Sonic 1, 2, 3, Sonic and Knuckles, all great games. I think Rocket Knight Adventure is one of my favorite games on there. That's also a must-have. Lion King, Aladdin, both great games. Vector Man, I mean, I can go on all day, but those are just a few recommendations, but there's a ton of great Genesis games. Next one's from Footloose20005. What's the worst game that you own? And that one's easy, Superman 64 by far. Is complete trash. What game, if any, has made you frustrated the most? And I've got to go with the Mega Man series. As much as I love the Mega Man series, one of my favorites, they just frustrate the hell out of me sometimes. I mean, especially I was playing one of the newer ones, Mega Man 9, and that game was just evilly hard. But yeah, I love Mega Man. Castlevania too, same thing. I love Castlevania, but it's frustrating as all hell when you start getting deeper into it. And his third question is, what's your favorite console / handheld, and what's your favorite game for it? My favorite console is definitely the PS2. Favorite game's got to be God of War 2. I love that game. I love the first one too, but the second one was just so much better. Favorite handheld is going to be the DS, and favorite game for that is both of the Zeldas, Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. I like Spirit Tracks a little bit better, but they're both great. Next one comes from Corrupt Killer. What is in a McDonald's hamburger? I'm going to have to say dog food and part of a Burger King hamburger. That's my answer to that one. This next one is from Nintendork. If you had enough money to get a game you've always wanted, what would it be? It's never really been a game that I couldn't afford. I mean, I really haven't wanted anything too expensive. I guess if I could get one game, I'll change it around a little bit. It would probably be like a box copy of the original Zelda. But, yeah, so there's never really been anything like I would pay like ridiculous amounts of money for. Like, I'd wait till it got cheaper, or I found it cheaper. Next one's from Noi Jittut. I can't really pronounce that. He asks, what's with the Yoshi drawing? Or the shelled Yoshi drawing? Let's see if I can give you guys a shot of that. He's talking about that one right there. And my wife actually drew that for me. I had an asthma attack about 6 months ago. I was in the hospital for like 5 days. She drew that for me when I was sick. So that's the origins of that one. Hopefully it's lined up here again. Next up is from, let's see, Crazy Games Dude and Arcade Game Table both asked the same questions, so I put them together. What console controller is your favorite? That would also be the PS2. I love the PS2 controller. It feels just comfortable to play with, and yeah, so I guess that would be PS2, PS1, PS3. All those controllers are great. Vulgar Screams. What do dogs do on their day off? Well, my dog has every day off, so hopefully on his day off he would get his ass to work and pay some of these bills. Game Boys 123. What is your favorite character to play as in Mario Party besides Mario? I've only played one Mario Party game, Mario Party 8 for the Wii. I wasn't really a big fan. I think I only played as Mario, but I guess if I had to play as somebody else, it might be like Waluigi or Yoshi. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of the Mario Party series. It's just like a board game. Alright, let's get to the next set of questions here. Alright, this next one is from N1CKNAK. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. He's got 3 questions here. What are your thoughts on Call of Duty Modern Warfare Poo? I'm not really a big Call of Duty fan. I'm not really an online gaming fan in general. So I could care less about Call of Duty. I played through the first one, or the fourth one, whatever it was. And it was a very short campaign. Definitely not made for somebody who just wants a single-player experience. So I really don't pay attention to any of those games because it's just not for me. I don't really like playing co-op online. So His next question is, what's your favorite fighting game? Again, I'm not really a big fighting game fan, but if I had to say any, it'd probably be the Mortal Kombat series, just because I remember playing those a lot when I was younger, and I still enjoy Mortal Kombat. And his third question is, who's going to win between the Lakers and the Celtics? And again, I am not a basketball fan, even a little bit, but since I'm from Massachusetts, I got to go with the Celtics. Alright, Stars Are Dead here. He's got 5 questions for us. His first one is, when did you start getting into video game collecting? The collecting aspect of it, probably about a year ago. I've always been into video games since I was like 2. I remember playing the Atari 2600 constantly. But yeah, probably about a year ago for collecting. His second question is, what's the first console you ever played on? That was the Atari 2600. I love that. His third question is, what's the most expensive game you've bought? And again, I really haven't bought anything too expensive. I would have to say Guitar Hero 2 for PlayStation, because I think I paid like $100 for it when it came out, so that would probably be the most expensive game that I bought. What's the most inexpensive game you've bought? I mean, I've gotten a lot of games for free. I guess it doesn't count. I couldn't really think off the top of my head. I got a few PS1 games for like 50 cents from the thrift. I think one of them was like a baseball game. But yeah, I mean, I got a stack of Super Nintendo games for free. And, well, let's just go with Tony Hawk Ride. It was only $20, so it was really cheap compared to what they were selling it for. They were selling it for $119. I got it for $19.99. And his last question here is, if you wanted to torture someone with a bad game, what game would you use? That's a tough one. Superman 64 comes to mind, but I've already used that so many times. Torture somebody with a bad game. Let's see if I can find one over here. I'm not really sure. I would have to say any of the newer wrestling games, and yeah, off the top of my head, I can't really think of one. I'm just going to stick with Superman 64 because that's all that comes to mind right now. Maybe Mario's Time Machine or something like that too. Those are pretty torturous. And the last question here, he's got a few. He's got 3 from H-Dog. Is, what's the most embarrassing / weirdest song you have on your iPod? Well, I don't have an iPod. I don't have an MP3 player or anything. I used to have an MP3 player a long time ago. For anything really embarrassing, I don't know if this is really embarrassing, but I had Salt and Pepper Push It and Falco Rock Me Amadeus. So I guess that would be the most. Name one movie that you hate but everybody loves. Iron Man. Can't stand it. I hate that Robert Downey Jr. I don't like his humor. I think the movie, I just don't like the movie. I don't know. And I'm not planning on seeing part 2, so. And what is the most frustrating game you've ever played? Oh, Superman comes right back to mind. Well, I think I kind of answered this earlier, and the Mega Man series are pretty frustrating, so I'm going to stick with that, even though they're great. But yeah, guys, that's all the questions, so thanks a lot for watching. That's the 100 subs Q&A, and hopefully we're at 200 soon. And thanks a lot, guys, and keep it classy.